Spent some time in the building trade.
Yeah, and a few other things too. Backed fish for a while in Denmark.
Denmark?
Shocking job. Great money, that. So any exotic jobs in faraway lands for you?
No, I joined up straight after uni. Listen, the whole point of patrol is to take in your surroundings.
Oh, sorry, I'll slow down a bit. So what'd you study?
Bachelor of Business, MBA.
The odd diploma of police studies must have seemed like a breeze after all that.
Did a bit, yeah.
Yeah, a mate of mine did an MBA. Bloody hard work.
It is.
Yeah, you need a good brain.
No, just a lot of determination.
See, that I've got. But then again, I come from a determined family. Determined that I'd make a copper. So your folks for or against you joining the force?
The decision was up to me. Now, I don't know if anyone's told you about this, but the logbook, you got to fill it out, and if you don't, you are in strife.
VKC to Mount Thomas 358.
Mount Thomas 358 receiving, go ahead.
Yours a possible hot berg. In Victor Gallery, 227 Farrar Street. Get a unit to back you up.
Received that, on our way. Ever attended a hot berg before?
No.
You'll be right, just stick close to me. Left here. Let's try around the back.
Tess!
What? Mount Thomas 358 to VKC, request an ambulance at 227 Farrars Road.
What are you doing here, little mate?
Just as well he found him. He wouldn't have held on for much longer.
Any idea when he was born?
He can't be more than a few hours old.
How is he?
He's stable now and done well to hang on this long. I'd say he's about 4 to 6 weeks premature.
But he's going to be okay.
We've got him on oxygen therapy. Though breathing isn't the only problem he's going to face. Any ideas on finding the mother?
Not at this stage, no.
She could be in serious trouble.
Well, we'll do everything we can to find the mother, but if she's abandoned the baby, she might not want to be found.
We'll find her.
Okay, bye.
Any news?
Oh, I've spoken to 3SD and the TV station. They're appealing for the mother to come
We need to
forward.
get on to every doctor in town.
Yeah, I've done that. There's still a few who are going to get back to me, though.
Well, hopefully, the worst thing we've got is a confused young mother whom we can track down and help.
But why would she leave him in a deserted building?
Was it deserted? You sure there was no sign of anybody living there?
Not that I could see. It looked like an old art studio or a gallery or something.
But why leave him there?
Because she didn't want him found.
But she rang D24. She brought us to him.
If it was the mother who rang.
We should go and check it out.
There's more useful work we can do from this end. D24 should have that call on tape. Get it to us ASAP.
But wouldn't it be better to go and check out the gallery again?
Let's listen to the tape first and see what we can turn up by ringing around. We can visit the site later.
Right.
No mother.
Police emergency.
There's a burglary. It's happening right now.
Where are you calling from?
I can see them moving around inside.
Can you give me an address?
Mount Thomas, the Invicta Gallery, Mount Thomas.
Do you have a street number?
227 Farrars Road.
Can I have your name, thanks? Who am I speaking to?
You've got to send someone, now.
Well, it sounds like a teenager.
And she definitely wants us to find the baby.
I've been on to every doctor, healthcare worker, maternity nurse, you name it. No one's got a patient who could have given birth to our baby.
Well, if it's a kid, she's going to hide it from her parents.
Right, I think our first port of call should be the high school. Start with the student counsellor.
If I knew a student was pregnant, I'd deal with the situation. It's my job.
Do you think it's possible that a girl could hide a pregnancy from you?
Oh, it is possible, of course. But I work hard to let the students know that they can trust me. I'd hope that if anyone has a serious problem, they come to me.
Yes, but if she was intent on hiding it, you might be the last person she'd come to.
Have any girls been missing for more than a few days over the last couple of weeks?
Not that I can think of.
we check the attendance register?
Is that really necessary?
Why, is there a problem, Mr. Matt?
Look, the baby was born in the last few days. If the mother was a student here, she won't have attended school. And I'm sure you want to help her just as much as we do, Mr. Mark.
I'll get them for you.
You sure this is the right address?
Yes, I can read an address. Guy Lewis, 63 Paget's Lane, Mount Thomas.
She's not home.
All the other kids check out. Better ask around.
Oh, damn. Come on. Now let's go. Let's go. Come on. And yes, he gets it. Say hello to the new king.
Oh, yeah? What'd you get?
120,000.
Not bad.
G'day. You guys know a girl named Sky Lewis? Know where she is?
She's in my English class.
Why are you asking?
She done something weird.
No, we just want to have a chat, that's all.
Wow, she hasn't been at school the last couple of days.
And you don't know where she is?
No, I don't know where she is.
Why don't you just ask her out, mate? Don't mind him, that's just a boyfriend.
Adam.
Calm down.
Would any of you know where her parents work?
She hasn't mentioned anything about it.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Any sign of the Lewis girl?
No, Joe's been ringing all afternoon. She's definitely not at home.
Parents?
Single mum. We can't trace her.
Well, let's hope she is the one after all.
Yeah, she's about the only lead we've got at the moment.
So how's Jones settling in?
Okay, I think.
Pulling his weight?
Oh, yeah. It's the opposite problem we've got, if anything.
New constable, you have to expect that.
Sure.
And he's not a kid. Take him a while to settle in.
Well, he forgets he's got the uniform on. He just wants to jump in and control everything.
Well, don't forget, you're the sergeant. Anything else?
I'm just worried about that baby. I hate not being able to do anything, not being able to help.
There's no rule saying you can't drop by the hospital to see him.
Evan.
We gotta stop meeting like this. You here to see the baby?
Me? Oh, no, I'm here to see Dr. Mel, actually. Boss wants to know if she's run any blood tests on the baby.
Stupid, isn't it?
Hmm?
I know that I can't do anything, but it just makes me feel a bit better being here.
Hmm.
You never get tired of looking at him, do you? Thinking of everything that's ahead.
No, look at those tiny little hands and you think, I don't know, one day you might find a cure for something.
Mm.
What?
He's a bit better, isn't he?
He is. Oh, I'm still worried about anemia setting in.
But if that happens, you'll give him blood.
We will. Although he's AB negative and supplies are scarce.
Bet you'll get some.
Melbourne's calling donors, so it's just a matter of time.
But what happens if no donors show? There's got to be something we're missing. Hey, these weren't here this morning.
They're all for sale.
These are yours.
Yes, Karen Lewis. I
G'day.
do pots and painted plates too. You'll have to come back tomorrow and see the whole show.
Are you branching out, Chris?
Oh, no, it's just something I do every now and then, you know, try and drum a bit of culture into the front back room. Besides, Karen needed a bit of,
This one is beautiful.
That's my daughter, Sky.
She looks so sad.
Well, I think she was just sulking because she didn't want to sit.
Sky Lewis is your daughter? We were trying to contact her today.
Well, she should have been at home after school. Is there something wrong?
You weren't at home today?
Oh, been here hanging the show. Can you, tell me what's going on?
I hope you find that, Mother. But it's not Sky. It's impossible.
Well, we just want to have a quick chat with her. We won't take long.
Hey, the seatbelt's stuck.
Just wiggle it a bit. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks.
I'm home. Sky. Hello.
Told you that guy was sus.
Sky, we're looking for a girl who might be in trouble. Someone who's had a baby in secret.
Do you know anyone like that?
No, I don't.
It's very important we find her, because all we want to do is help this girl.
I don't know anyone who's pregnant.
Don't have any friends who have been a bit withdrawn, just keeping to themselves?
Sorry, I don't know anything. Do I look pregnant?
No.
Look, if I knew something, I'd tell you.
Sky's obviously not the girl you're looking for.
Well, thanks for your time.
Is the baby okay?
No. He's fighting for his life.
He's going to be okay.
Sky, if you know anything, you call an ambulance.
Look, I'm sorry. I know this is a shock, but it's not the first time I've seen something like this happen.
How's she managed to hide her pregnancy?
Well, the baby's premature. Another few weeks...
She's only 15 years old. She's just a little girl.
How is she, Doc?
Well, she's in shock, but she's doing well under the circumstances.
And the baby?
Well, he's had a rough start, but he's stable now.
I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do to help.
I thought that you were meant to know what's going on with those kids. I want to see my daughter.
Of course.
I don't know what to say to her.
Look, she probably just needs reassurance.
Has she mentioned anything to you about how she got pregnant or, you know, why she's been keeping it a secret?
No, I just have to keep a careful eye on her.
Hey, you can't just go rushing into hospital rooms. Hey, Mr. Marr, wait out here.
Mrs. Lewis!
Come on, let the doctor get things under control. I'm sure you can talk to Scott in a minute.
It's okay. Calm down.
Can't believe I didn't notice.
She wanted to hide it from you.
Can we contact Sky's father for you? Let him know what's happened?
If you can find him. Disappeared years ago. He could be anywhere.
Do you have any idea who might be the father of Sky's child?
No. I keep thinking, who? Who could it be? Is she going to be okay?
She's calmed down.
Mrs. Lewis, is there anything we can do to help you? Or we could give you a lift home?
No, I want to stay here. Be close to her. Can I see the baby?
Of course. But then you should go home and get some rest. We'll call you at home if anything changes.
No,
I'm gonna stay.
I need to be here. Close to her.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Just keeping your mum company.
You can come in if you like. I'm not infectious.
If you want company.
I thought Mum would have gone home by now.
She just wants to help.
You try putting up with her. Everyone thinks she's crazy. It's like living with an alien.
Oh, country towns can be hard on people who are a little bit different.
What would you know about it?
Well, I've been feeling a little bit weird myself over the last couple of weeks. New job, new home.
Yeah, but it's all right for you. You've got a job, your own place. I'm stuck with her, stuck in this stupid town and everything's wrong.
Things will change. You're stronger than you think.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. Look at what you put up with so far.
I didn't put up with anything.
You've given birth alone. You have a beautiful little boy. I think that's amazing.
There's no baby.
The poor kid just keeps denying it's her baby.
Well, it's understandable, I suppose. She's been through a hell of a lot.
She needs support.
Well, she's got her mother.
The person she really needs now is the father of a child.
He's likely just a kid too, and he may not be too keen to take responsibility.
Might not even know.
What was that teacher's story, do you reckon?
Which teacher?
Robbie Marr. He's a school counsellor. Weird unit.
How weird? Weird enough to interfere with one of his students?
Well, the way he was hanging around, who knows?
Or it could be the boyfriend.
She's got one.
Oh, she did a while back. Tony Watson. You remember the winner from the pinball parlour?
How long did you stay at the hospital?
Not long, a couple of hours.
How long ago did they break up?
A few months ago, I think. But he'd be worth speaking to.
We broke up ages ago.
So what happened?
Just didn't work out. What are you asking?
Sky's had a baby and we're trying to find the father.
Oh, don't look at me. You sure?
Well, you can go down to the hospital and check for yourself if you want.
Well, I saw her down the street in the weekend. She looked normal. Is she okay?
She will be.
Can I visit her?
You don't have a guilty conscience, do you, mate?
Of course I don't. But I reckon I know who does.
Oh, yeah?
She's been spending a lot of time with someone. With one of the teachers.
Well, that's not unusual, is it? I mean, maybe he's giving her extra coaching or something.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what was going on.
Hey, who is it, Tony?
Well, I get into enough trouble at schools as it is.
No one will know it came from you, mate.
Come on, give us a name.
She was on with Mr. Marr.
You told us none of your students were pregnant.
That's right.
But you knew Sky Lewis was.
No, I didn't know that.
So was it just pure coincidence that you turned up at her house last night?
Look, is this really a matter for the police?
Just answer the question, please.
She rang me last night hysterical, asked me to pick her up from Hetherington Park.
Why did she ring you?
Because she knows she can trust me. I've been helping her.
So you've been helping her, but she didn't tell you a little thing like she was pregnant.
Look, you can believe what you like. Sky needs counselling, support, not a police investigation.
Did she tell you who the father is?
No, she didn't.
Any ideas yourself?
Oh, I know where this is heading. I haven't touched her, and I certainly haven't slept with her.
Then why would the students get the wrong idea?
Sky's a loner. Hardly talks to the rest of the kids. The fact that she speaks to me would tend to stand out, I suppose. Look, if I had to say who the father was, my guess would be Tony Watson.
So what you've got is two people pointing the finger at each other.
But Ma is definitely the one with the most to lose.
Do we know anything about his home life?
We'll look into it.
Well, without a statement from Sky, there's not much more we can do.
It's really hard getting answers out of her at the moment.
You're not lost again, are you?
I might just pop down to the hospital, see if Karen can tell us
you're
anything.
not popping anywhere, Constable.
Sorry, I thought it might be a useful thing to do, if that's all right.
Don't take all day.
Doctor, is Karen Lewis around?
I was just going to ask you the same question. We've got a major problem on our hands.
Is it anything I can help with?
Well, only if you can help me persuade Sky to give blood.
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Thanks.
I've told you, it's not my baby.
Sky, the point is, this baby needs your blood. Can you help us?
He's not mine.
Look, I know you don't want him to die.
Can't someone else?
No. It's up to you. See, it's not too bad, is it?
I feel sick.
Came as soon as I got the message. Is everything okay?
It's fine.
So how long before he starts improving?
It's remarkable how quickly they start responding.
So he's gonna make it?
I can't see why not.
Constable, may I have a word outside, please? What's been keeping you? I've left a total of 4 messages at reception.
The baby needed blood.
I didn't realise you had a medical background.
Mel asked me to help.
Just let us know next time. You want it back at the station.
Get out! Get out!
What were you thinking?
I just thought that if I could persuade her to come and see that baby, she would feel different. She'd know he's her son.
Your daughter needs you to stay calm.
I know.
Come on, Mrs. Lewis. Come on.
Constable Jones?
10 minutes.
I told you she was mad.
Well, she just wants what's best for both
She
of you.
came in here, grabbed me, said she wants me to bond with him.
That's not such a bad
Well, it's
thing.
none of her business. It's my...
Yeah. Sky, it is your baby. Don't you want to get to know him?
No, I don't.
If there's anything I can help you with, or...
You can't help.
Well, you don't know that.
It's too late anyway.
Well, too late for what?
You can't tell. You can't tell anyone. I never wanted to have a baby. I never wanted to have... You forced me to.
To what? To have sex? Were you raped, Sky?
Yes. I was raped.
Did she give you the name of her attacker?
Well, I asked her if she wanted to talk about it, but she doesn't want to, not yet. Poor kid's been living with this for months.
I'd like to conduct a formal interview.
We've got to give her some time.
The best thing for Sky at the moment is to find out who did this to her.
And you'll get no argument from me on that. But we can't go in and push her. Can't we just give her a day? I'm sure I can get through to her.
We could ask a few discreet questions. Always a bit tricky, though, conducting an investigation without a formal complaint.
True, true. And starting a rape investigation 8 months after the event. I mean, look, you got forensic evidence? Oh, it's going to be hard, then.
I know the first person I'd like to talk to, though.
Robbie Marr.
Yeah?
OK, check him out. Wife, kids, you know the drill.
Wife divorced, moved to Adelaide, no kids.
All right, what about the education department? Anything on record?
Oh, they're getting back to me.
Yeah. OK, let's have a think about this. The baby, when would the baby have been conceived?
November.
Well, exams are over. Kids will be playing hard.
Let's find out if Mrs. Lewis can remember what her daughter was up to around that time. Look, I know this has come as a great shock, but we need your help. We need to piece together what was happening to Sky around the time the baby was conceived.
I can't think of anything in particular.
Sky had any boyfriends over the past year or so? We already know about Tony.
Who?
Tony Watson.
She brought him home once.
And what's Sky's relationship with her teacher, Mr. Marr?
He's not a boyfriend, I know that much. He's supposed to be in that school to help those kids, and he doesn't even know what's going on under his own nose. I've been through Sky's room looking for anything that might tell me who the father is. But I don't want to know him now after what he's done.
The organising committee of the Mount Thomas High Formal.
Sky was on that committee.
Adam Fisher, Tony Watson, Tracy Cash, Sky Lewis.
And what a surprise, our friend Mr. Marr.
Karen says that Marr insisted on Sky joining the committee.
Apparently he said it would bring her out of herself. So shall we bring him in?
No. Hold your horses.
It might be useful to talk to the others first, get some ammunition to take in.
OK.
Tracy, we'd like to ask you a couple of questions about the organising committee of the school formal last year.
Is this about Sky's baby?
Can you tell us who organised the committee?
Mr. Marr.
You all work together well?
Well, kinda. Tony, Adam and I had to do everything.
Why do you think she was on the committee?
Mr. Marr's idea. He told us to give her a break.
How would you describe Mr. Marr's relationship with Sky?
He's really friendly with her.
Have you ever seen them together outside of school hours?
I saw her get into his car the other day after school.
She's pretty out there. Gets upset about everything. She even flipped out on the night, went mental and disappeared.
On the night of the formal?
It wasn't any big deal. Like I said, she's always going weird.
Yeah, but you said she flipped out.
She was just crying and stuff. probably had too much to drink.
Yeah, we were getting into the drinks. Turbines and coke.
Can you remember at what stage of the night she disappeared? Was it at the beginning, end of the night?
She wasn't gone that long. Actually, I think she was in the toilet. She was being sick.
Did Sky do anything that night that struck you as unusual or out of character?
Mr. Ma was with her at the end of the night. They were outside. She seemed really upset.
And what were they doing?
I don't know.
Come on, Tony, you've told us this much.
I saw him sort of push her.
And you sure about that? Okay, thanks. Education department. Turns out that an internal investigation was undertaken on a Mr. Robert Marr 10 years ago.
What for?
Indecent assault. 2 teenage girls alleged that he offered them a ride home and then he made a move on them.
What was the outcome?
Couldn't prove it.
Our information has led us to believe that Sky's been raped.
She said that?
She's not making it up.
Well, you know Sky. What can you tell us about her?
What I've already told you. She struggles at school. She's bright enough, but she has trouble forming relationships with the rest of the students.
You put her on the organising committee for the formal.
I hope she'd gain some confidence by it.
Do you remember the night of the formal?
Vaguely. Why?
You were seen outside with her.
You were also seen shaking her.
She'd been drinking. I was trying to shake some sense into her.
Sense about what?
You think I raped her?
I had a bit of a chat with the education department. Seems you have an interesting history.
I got nothing to hide.
You had allegations of indecent assault brought against you.
That was years ago and the matter was dropped.
Why was that?
Because I didn't bloody do it. You think I raped Sky, you prove it. You want to take blood tests, DNA, be my guest.
Sky, we need to speak to you about the rape.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
You want to see him punished for what he did to you, don't you? Now, we've been talking to your teachers. They say you were friendly with a Tony Watson. Still friends with him?
What would teachers know?
You like some of your teachers, don't you? I mean, what about Mr. Marr? You called him the other night to pick you up.
We were told that you were seen outside with him on the night of the formal.
So?
We were told that he was pushing you around.
Oh, it's not like that.
Then tell us what it is like.
Why was he pushing you? Was he angry with you?
No, he was worried about me, that's all. What are you saying, that Mr. Marr did this?
Did he?
No.
Darling, he's your teacher. He can't be
Listen
allowed
to me for once. He didn't do it. If you knew him, you'd understand he couldn't do something like this.
I just want to help.
Yeah, you're always trying to bloody help and you're always too
You're
late.
angry, Sky, that's good. You don't like being pushed around, that's also good. Now, how about turning that around onto the person who really deserves it?
You want people to start listening to you? Try telling the truth.
Like the truth's gonna fix everything.
Look, I admit it's not going to take away what happened to you. But it may change the way you feel about the future.
You can't force me. None of you can.
Okay, tell me if something like this happened. Robbie Marr wanted to have sex with you. You refused, so he forced you.
You're wrong.
So put us right.
It wasn't Mr. Marr. It was Tony. Tony Watson.
Any witnesses?
None. It happened on the school oval.
Why did she go with him?
Well, he was a boyfriend. She thought she could trust him.
Well, things started to get heavy. She didn't want to go on, but he forced her.
Right, so no witnesses, 2 kids, too much to drink. I don't think it's going to make it to court.
Unless Tony makes an admission.
Why would he do that?
Well, he knows about the baby now. I'm not saying this kid's a saint, but maybe
No,
when
I
he thinks
don't
about
think
what he's
his
done...
conscience is likely to keep him up at night.
Well, maybe we shouldn't have interfered.
No, we did the right thing. She needed to get fired up.
Yeah, fired up is great, but badly burns another thing altogether.
Are you sure about this girl's story?
Yes. She's not lying.
Tony!
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Would you mind coming down to the station with us?
Sure. I didn't touch her.
You were a boyfriend at the time, were you?
Yeah?
And you didn't touch her?
No.
I bet you wanted to, eh? Hey, don't look at your father. He doesn't know the answer. Did you want to have sex with her or not?
Yeah, all right. But she wouldn't.
So nice boy that you are, that was that.
Yeah.
You've both been drinking that night, hadn't you?
You've only got her word
Be
against
quiet,
his.
please, Mr. Watson. Tony?
Yes, we've been drinking.
Are you sure things didn't get out of control? You know, alcohol loosened her up, one thing led to another.
That's not the way it happened.
How did it happen?
I mean, nothing happened. And you've got no one who can say it did.
Yeah, you seem pretty sure of that.
Have you got even one witness?
We got something better. A baby.
Well, it's not mine. You can't believe anything she says. She's always making stuff up.
You can't prove that he was responsible.
You heard of blood tests? DNA?
This is harassment of a minor. He can refuse to give blood. That's his right.
Unless we get a court order.
I don't think I like your chances.
Even if we show that Tony Watson's the father, and what's it going to prove anyway?
Well, it supports Sky's story.
No, only the fact that she had sex with him, not the fact that he forced her.
I'd like to get a court order. It might give us a bit of leverage.
Go for your life.
And we need to talk to Sky's schoolmates again. One of them might remember something happening between Tony and Sky.
Let's get on to it then. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to one of the officers that came to school today.
What can I do for you, Tracy?
I just want to know if it's true what they're saying about Tony.
What are they saying?
That he's the father of Sky's baby and that you think he forced her.
You better come in and have a chat.
You think he did it, don't you? You think he raped her?
Do you?
I didn't.
But now?
I wouldn't really like to say he's my boyfriend.
We can't use anything you say as evidence. Not unless it has some direct bearing on Sky's case.
It's just something he said once. I didn't really give it much thought at the time, but now... You know that he used to go out with her. Well, I once asked him why they broke up. And he said it was because she was frigid.
Have you ever known Tony to be rough with you?
He's never had reason to be. I'm not frigid.
I think he's grown since yesterday.
You think?
A smidge, maybe.
Mum's still on about me taking him home. Making plans. She wants to paint nursery rhyme murals on the walls of the spare room.
I'm thinking you're probably not in the mood for nursery rhymes at the moment, are you?
She just won't listen to me. She's off on her own trip like she always is.
Do you want to look after your baby?
I think he'd be better off as far away from my screwed up life as possible.
Well, he might have a different idea about that one day. I did. Jones isn't my real name. When Mum married my stepdad, he adopted me.
What happened to your real father?
Oh, I caught up with him eventually. It was the greatest moment of my life. It always felt like something had been missing, and then suddenly everything just fell into place. He died about a year ago. But I never regretted tracking him down. Not for a second.
Would you feel the same way if he'd raped your mother?
That is perfect. Or is it Janie I'm supposed to be thanking?
Absolutely not. You can thank me. I had to put up with the complaints about the extra work.
Well, he's gonna love it. Oh, that's great, isn't it? 15-year-old daughter's in hospital with a prem baby and it's business as usual.
Yeah, I don't care, as long as she's not down at that hospital causing trouble.
Give her a break. She's got to earn a living. She's got an extra mouth to feed now.
Yeah, but Sky's not going to take the baby home, is she?
I think the jury's still out on that. What do you think, Chris?
Well, what the world needs now, one more dysfunctional family.
How are they?
Now on the up and up. The only thing that's going to screw that little kid's life up is being put up for adoption.
So how long is he staying in?
A couple of weeks, till he gets stronger.
At least if he's up for adoption, he'll get proper care.
Being brought up by strangers, that's proper care, is it?
What? And if his natural mum and dad aren't up to looking after him, that's fine, is it?
That's not what's going to happen here.
No? Karen is struggling to support one kid. How's she going to look after two?
The children need their natural parents.
Oh, you're the natural expert about everything,
Well,
are
that's
you?
maybe because I've been out there in the big wide world.
You don't know half as much as what you think you do. Last couple of days has made that pretty clear, Constable.
Don't pull rank on me. This is a personal conversation. And you have no idea what you're talking about. Beer's not tasting too good tonight.
Oh, we'll need to speak to a fair few kids, so get on to the principal.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Tiger. Hi, we're just talking through the game plan for today. You saying?
Principal?
Right, not a problem. Constable Jones, I need you to look after the court order for that blood sample.
Okay,
And
Sarge.
Joe, I need you to head down to the school and have an informal chat with Sky's classmates. Right.
Excuse me. My son has something he wants to say.
You better come in.
Sky and me, we did have sex on the night of the formal. But I didn't rape her. She let me.
She encouraged him,
Mr. Watson.
Why didn't you tell us this in the first place?
I was embarrassed.
Well, you don't strike me as the type of guy to get embarrassed, Tony.
You sure you weren't scared that we might get a court order and prove you a liar?
He hasn't done anything illegal. The DNA
So
might
how
match.
do you feel about fatherhood, Tony? Or wasn't that part of the plan?
That's her problem.
Well, it sounds like it could be yours too.
She let me.
She let you.
She says you didn't give her much choice in the matter.
I didn't rape her.
That's not how Sky sees it.
She was so pissed, she couldn't get him off fast enough.
We've got nothing.
He's laughing at us.
Yeah, well, it might be the last laugh, too. I've spoken to every kid I can find, Zilch.
So what happens now?
Well, you can compile a brief and submit it if you like, but I doubt if it'll get past first base.
So this Watson kid's just going to go on his merry way?
Maybe.
Mount Thomas Police Constable.
So we tell Sky to stand up for herself and tell the truth, and for what? No, bugger it, he's not getting away with it.
You're right, he shouldn't.
Tess, Tracy's mum.
I told Mum I didn't want to speak to you.
Yeah, she told us you weren't at school. Tracy, are you all right?
Please just go.
Hey.
Did Tony Watson do this to you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Tracy, we're never going to stop him if you don't.
Just tell us what happened.
I said no.
So what happened, Tony? Bit worked up when you left here yesterday.
I wasn't worried.
No? It looked that way to me.
You know what I think happened? You went home and your father here gave you a rocket for being so stupid. And all you wanted was a little bit of comfort from your girlfriend, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And all she gave you was a whole lot of grief about what happened to Sky.
So you gave her a hiding.
Oh, that's a load of crap. I didn't hit her. I didn't hit anyone.
Someone did.
Not me.
She went out with you at about 7:30 and came back around 10, absolutely black and blue. That's pathetic, Tony.
She wouldn't come across, would she, mate? And that made your blood boil.
Look, I'm not saying anything.
So the little bastard wriggles out of a rape charge.
Well, we got him on the Tracy Cash matter. At least that's something.
What, serious injury and unlawful assault? What's that? If he's lucky, he gets away with a fine.
Yeah, but his reputation's stuffed. He won't be able to walk down the street anymore.
Well, that won't be much comfort to Sky.
No, I don't suppose it will.
Maybe I shouldn't even go ahead and make a statement. No, he did what he did. And that should be on the record somewhere, even if nothing happens to him.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I wouldn't have a few days ago. But now look at me. Standing up to people all over the place. I've told my mum I don't want to look after the baby. I'm going to put him up for adoption.
If you don't think you can love him enough, you're
No,
wrong.
It's not the reason. If I took him home, there'd be times where I'd look at him and I'd see Tony. I just don't know how I'd react. I love him too much to put him through that.
He might come looking for you one day.
I hope he does. But now isn't the right time.
Good luck, eh? Hey, where is everyone?
They all knocked off for the day, mate.
Sky Lewis has decided to put her baby up for adoption.
Tough decision.
Not the one that I wanted her to make.
But maybe the best one for her. I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
Yeah, I thought I would feel bad, but I don't. She's a tough kid. She's got guts.
Yeah, you won't get anywhere without him.
Yeah. Well, we helped. Didn't think you and I made a bad team.
Oh, teamwork. So what's been going on here?
Okay, I walked into that one. Listen, I'm starving. Do you want to grab a bite at the Imperial?
I think the kitchen might be closed, actually.
Well, listen, about last night, I just want to
Oh, forget it.
apologise.
No, it's fine.
No, I shouldn't let myself get so fired up.
I didn't realise you'd take the whole adoption thing so personally.
Oh, no, it wasn't personal. I just had a bad day. Come, Nessie.
It said, welcome, Jonesy. It was meant to be a surprise.
Oh, last night at the pub. Oh, I'm sorry I stuffed it up.
No, apologise to Jo. It was her idea.
Yeah, I'll do that. Do you want a bit?
I had some for afternoon tea, thanks. I got the J.
The best bit.
Spent some time in the building trade.
Yeah, and a few other things too. Take fish for a while in Denmark.
Denmark.
Shocking job. Great money, that. So any exotic jobs in faraway lands for you?
No, I joined up straight after uni. Listen, the whole point of patrol is to take in your surroundings.
Oh, sorry, I'll slow down a bit. So what'd you study?
Bachelor of Business, MBA.
The odd diploma of police studies must have seemed like a breeze after all that.
Did a bit, yeah.
Yeah, a mate of mine did an MBA. Bloody hard work.
It is.
Yeah, you need a good brain.
No, just a lot of determination.
See, that I've got. But then again, I come from a determined family. Determined that I'd make a copper. So your folks for or against you joining the force?
The decision was up to me. Now, I don't know if anyone's told you about this, but the logbook, you got to fill it out, and if you don't, you are in strife.
VKC to Mount Thomas 358.
Mount Thomas 358 receiving, go ahead.
Yours is a possible hot berg. In Victor Gallery, 227 Farrar Street. Get a unit to back you up.
Received that, on our way. You ever attended a hot bird before?
No.
You'll be all right, just stick close to me. Left here. Let's try around the back. Police, don't move!
Police, don't move!
Clear up!
Tess!
What? Mount Thomas 358 to VKC, request an ambulance at 227 Farrars Road.
What are you doing here, little mate?
Just as well you found him. He wouldn't have held on for much longer.
Any idea when he was born?
He can't be more than a few hours old.
How is he?
He's stable now and done well to hang on this long. I'd say he's about 4 to 6 weeks premature.
But he's going to be okay.
We've got him on oxygen therapy. Though breathing isn't the only problem he's going to face. Any ideas on finding the mother?
Not at this stage, no.
She could be in serious trouble.
Well, we'll do everything we can to find the mother, but if she's abandoned the baby, she might not want to be found.
We'll find her.
Okay, bye.
Any news?
Oh, I've spoken to 3SD and the TV station. They're appealing for the mother to come
We need to
forward.
get on to every doctor in town.
Yeah, I've done that. There's still a few who are going to get back to me, though.
Well, hopefully, the worst thing we've got is a confused young mother whom we can track down and help.
But why would she leave him in a deserted building?
Was it deserted? You sure there was no sign of anybody living there?
Well, not that I could see. It looked like an old art studio or a gallery or something.
But why leave him there?
Because she didn't want him found.
But she rang D24. She brought us to him.
If it was the mother who rang.
We should go and check it out.
There's more useful work we can do from this end. D24 should have that call on tape. Get it to us ASAP.
But wouldn't it be better to go and check out the gallery again?
Let's listen to the tape first and see what we can turn up by ringing around. We can visit the site later.
Right.
No mother. Where's emergency?
There's a burglary. It's happening right now.
Where are you calling from?
I can see them moving around inside.
Can you give me an address?
Mount Thomas, the Invicta Gallery, Mount Thomas.
You have a street number?
227 Faraz Road.
Can I have your name, thanks?